How's the Wolfpack doing today? I'm back from Utah on a great trip and I'm excited to help you guys with MLB The Show. Today we're going to be going over the optimized Ballplayer glitch. This glitch is a complete package offering XP, stubs, a great player for Diamond Dynasty, packs, you name it. This glitch is complete and it's awesome, and I hope you guys find this video helpful, and if it does, give it a thumbs up and be sure to ring that bell so you never miss another video here on the channel. There has been a lot of different versions of this glitch throughout the year, but this one is king and it's not even close. Let's get started. The first step is to head over to the vault and download the special roster I made for you guys to make this very easy. You're going to download the Wolfman rtts roster file. This roster will have the Rockies and its affiliates be a 99 overall from top to bottom, and will make all other teams and their affiliates be only 1 overall. This is key because you're going to rack up the stats, because your opposing team is only going to be 1 overall and your team is just basically going to hit and it's going to be great. Also, I chose the Rockies because they play in Mile High Stadium, which is very favorable for hitting home runs, so I feel like you get a little extra boost from picking the Rockies. The second step is to start a new Road to the Show file. Press square on PlayStation or X on Xbox. Once you see your ball player, go ahead and back out. There is one optional step you can take here. If you would like to load a different archetype for your ball player to progress in that program, go ahead and select it now, but you can also do it later, so no worries if you're not ready at this point. Once you back out, go ahead and click on load rosters. This is where you're going to go ahead and load up that Wolfman rtts file that you downloaded in step 1 from the vault. The third step involves making sure that you get drafted by the Rockies. In the first dialog, go ahead and click on there is one team that you've heard multiple times. From there, the menus can change. Yours could be different from mine. I will walk through mine as an example, but basically you just need to answer the questions to end up on the Rockies, which you can ultimately do in any scenario. You just need to be careful as far as which ones you pick. For instance, my first suggested team was the Cleveland Indians. I had to go ahead and select that the team I was talking about wasn't even in the American League. From there, it recommended the Dodgers, and then I basically said that they're a rival of the Dodgers because they both play in the NL West, and that prompted the Rockies, where I had, yes, that is who I want to play for. The fourth step is actually personal preference. It revolves around whether you want to be a two-way player or not. I traditionally have only done pitching, but it actually would work both ways, where if you want to be a two-way player, you can both hit and pitch. It works the same, and it's really personal preference whether you want to be a two-way player or not. To me, the glitch works either way, so go ahead and set yourself up. The final prompt for this will be after, I think, like your first start as a pitcher, so 4 or 5 games into the year, you'll be able to tell your coach whether you want to be a two-way player or if you want to just focus on pitching. So just keep that in mind as you're kind of running through those dialogues, that you keep an eye out for that prompt. The last step is actually very easy, and it's where the magic happens. Once you're in a game that you're playing, go ahead and just hit option or start on Xbox and go over to exit and do simulate and exit. And a bonus tip, go ahead and hold circle. That's how it goes really fast. That, I believe that's B on Xbox. That will sim the entire game for you really quick. And the beauty of this method is these stats are going to count. And because your team is a 99 overall and the opposing team is a 1 overall, you're just going to hit, rack up at bats, hits, home runs, walks, whatever you need. You're going to be getting it because your team, the Rockies, is so much better than the team that you're playing, and that's where you're going to see those crazy scores where you win 70-0. And honestly, that's it. Those are the only 5 required steps to do this method. I've seen a lot of videos that made this very confusing, and honestly, it's really, you could even get it down to 4 steps, but I do want to mention that a two-way player is an option as a 5th step. But there's really only a few aspects to this method, and I feel like other videos were confusing to me, so I decided to make my own, and hopefully this helps you guys do this. Lastly, just a couple of housekeeping items, helpful tips, not vital to the method by any means, but just so you get the most out of it. First, when you do complete an archetype, you have two options. You can either pick a completely new archetype, or you can just upgrade the tier for the current archetype that you're working on. It goes from bronze to silver to gold to diamond. So there's 4 tiers for each archetype. But just to note that once you do complete the program, which you will be doing very quickly because of this glitch, go ahead and either pick a new one or pick the upgraded tier. That is important. Otherwise you are, if you're playing on a completed program, you're wasting your time. So just one thing to note there. Optimal settings for this would be base running opportunities none, fielding opportunities none, and then your hitting and pitching both on beginner, just so it's as easy as possible. But again, I personally simulate through every single game, so those are optional settings just for quality of life, just so you know what those should be if you elect to play some of the game. But that does it for this video. I hope this really helps you guys out with the Ballplayer glitch. And if it does, again, please give it a thumbs up. Otherwise, ring that bell so you never miss another video here on the channel. I just released the 2nd episode of Slides and Climbers, a series where we go build a team playing a game very similar to Chutes and Ladders, starting off with an old bronze team. That's been a fun series so far, so go ahead and check that out. It'll be at the top of the screen here, and I hope you guys have a great night.